Hello, I'm Simon Welch, the principal here at National Star College. So we thought we'd try and do for the first time a virtual tour of the college, which I'm going to give you now. So we've just come through from our bistro area now, and we've got, this is into our lovely art room that we've got available. Students from all different programmes access this area to learn various different skills. And then we've also got a specific ceramics room as well. It's a really nice open space for students to work in. And as you can see, loads of really nice pieces that students have produced during their time at National Star. If you want to follow me on down, I'll show you the rest of the campus as we go through. So this is our lovely dance studio that you can see, which again is accessed by a real wide range of students for lots of different parts of their programme. And we're very lucky to have an experienced aerial dance tutor who teaches it, and students might access that for various other needs around sensory integration or part of a physio programme. So we've now come round into our theatre that we've got here at National Star, scene of many rousing performances throughout the year. It's fully accessible with a ramp and access from multiple doors and onto the stage. And again, a great area for students to develop their confidence in preparation for whatever they're going to go on to do after college. So we're now outside one of our residential buildings, which is Lake House. So in recent years we've developed a number of smaller residential units for students that find that kind of environment a better place for them to live and learn. Lake House is one of those. We're now outside of the beautiful Manor House, which was where the college originally started over 50 years ago. It's part of our 100-acre site that the whole of the college sits on. And we're really lucky because we're within a triangle of roads, which means that we've got a lot of space. Students can have a huge amount of independence on the site in a relatively secure way. So this is Ellenwood View, one of our most recently built residential buildings. We've got 6 rooms, all ensuite rooms in the far end, and then here we've got 4 independence flats, which are used sometimes for students to develop their independence, or also for some students who might find sort of communal residential living more difficult or challenging. So we now come down to our therapy area. We've got 3 sensory rooms which are used by lots of students. We've got a white room, a dark room, and then we've got a room which is all set up with lots of sensory equipment, which is very good for working with students in relation to sensory integration. And then over to here, if you want to follow me, we've got our physiotherapy area where we've got aquatherapy on the left and then the main physiotherapy room on the right. So this is where our very large physiotherapy team live, but they spend the vast majority of their time out working with students in session or in residency. So yeah, this is our physiotherapy room with a big H-frame hoist around and lots of equipment. I'm really pleased to see actually that the majority of the equipment that would normally be in here is now out into the residential areas for students to use during this time when we're operating as self-isolating households. Speech and language therapy is accessed by a large number of students who attend National Star College, enabling them to improve their communication skills and make the most of the world around them. Speech and language therapy is embedded across students' programmes at National Star. Occupational therapy is delivered in residencies, out in the community and as part of structured sessions, all focusing on building students' ability to become more independent. Our large sports field is used for large sporting events, such as part of our very popular Sports Day. The Rainbow Garden is a sensory outdoor space accessed by students who wish to have somewhere to just unwind. So we're now inside in our physiotherapy area and next to our aquatherapy pool. We've got 4 changing rooms, all of which are direct access straight through into the pool. And 3 of those 4 changing rooms actually have a ceiling track hoist which runs all the way through so that you can go straight into the pool from being hoisted in the changing room. So this is our lovely swimming pool that we've got for students to be able to access and use. So it's slightly warmer than your average swimming pool, it's quite warm in here. Students access it for swim sessions, and for some of our students this also provides a great opportunity to do a transition swim where they're moving from a normal hydrotherapy session with a physiotherapist into things that they might do in a swimming pool in their local area, or when they move on and transition from college. So keeping fit and healthy is important when you're at college, so if it's not taking place in the swimming pool, you may well do some workout in here in the gym. So we've got loads of adapted equipment so that it's accessible for all different students with different levels of physical ability. The fitness suite's run by a couple of our qualified fitness instructors who work closely with the physiotherapy team and the tutors to make sure they design programs that are appropriate for students. We've now moved up to the Summerfield Centre, which is where our day students are currently based and work out from here. Again, a really nice facility that we've got available for day students, with a kitchen and a large lounge and open area for students to learn and base themselves from, as well as accessing the rest of the site and all the places that you've seen so far on the tour. Long term, this is going to be our outdoor learning centre, so that we can use this as a starting point to access the wonderful grounds that we've got available. We've got a number of classrooms and buildings which are tailored towards specific needs. So we've got some of those subject specific buildings that or classrooms that you've already seen. Although we don't do subject specific qualifications, we might use those subjects as your vehicle for learning the skills for the next stages of your life. And then we've got some other classrooms which are really tailored towards specific requirements of those students' groups. So we've got classrooms really designed around students with profound and multiple learning difficulties, and we've got other classrooms which are more specific to learners with autism. We've also got sort of areas that we've deliver a little bit more in terms of discrete functional skills, or we do multimedia and things like that in those areas.
I like college because
we like cooking, so we have to get ready to cook for it all.
So we're now moved into the heart of our campus. Right in the middle we've got this mobility maze, which is often used by students and working with OTs and things like that around your wheelchair driving practice. So we've got some deliberately awkward paths and uneven surfaces for you to improve your skills in relation to accessing the community. So as well as our indoor classrooms and learning spaces, we've also got some outdoor spaces specific for students that they access as part of their programme. So we've got the horticultural area and this outside lodge called Woodpecker Lodge, where students might come as part of sessions. So we're now outside another one of our residencies, Cleve. Cleve's a 10-bed unit. Cleve's got all ensuite bathrooms. Not all of our residents have got ensuite bathrooms, but the majority do have now. It's also got a living communal area where you may live and learn. You do some of your life skills activities based out of your residential area as well. Lots of students might have their breakfast there first thing in the morning, but might have lunch and an evening meal from our Star Cafe, and often socialise with your residential groups. So as well as the opportunity to live on site at the Ellenwood campus, which you've seen so far, we've also got two off-site residencies, one based in Gloucester itself, Elizabeth House, and we've got one in Cheltenham, which is Bradbury Gardens. These provide great opportunities to develop life skills, direct links into the community, accessing the local area, as well as travelling on site to access sessions and therapy provision that you've already seen. So you've now had a tour of our Ellenwood site and our two off-site residents you've seen pictures of. So as well, there are other links that you can click on, so you can see our National Star in Wales provision and have a tour of that, or you can look at our National Star in Hereford and look at the new site that we're developing there. So if you haven't yet come to us for an assessment, we'll look forward to seeing you and do a full assessment with all of our teams here at National Star. And if you have had your assessment and you're due to start at National Star in September, then we're really excited about you coming